حمدا يوافي نعم الله علينا ويكافئ مزيدا وأصلي وأسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا محمد صلاة وسلاما دائمين متلازمين إلى يوم الدين وبعد. So, sticking to the theme of the month, inshallah, we are talking about good character. And between the 8 Taraweeh, after 8 Taraweeh, we will talk about one dua of Rasulullah. So today's topic, inshallah, would be honesty or sidq in Islam. There is no righteous person that anyone can call righteous that is dishonest. It's an amazing characteristic. Nobody will be described as righteous on this earth if they are dishonest. Honesty is one of the most important characteristics of the mu'min. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes himself as honest. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ قِيلًا. Who is more honest than Allah in his words? And Allah says, وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَدِيثًا. And who is more honest than Allah in his statements? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us to say, قُلْ صَدَقَ اللَّهِ. Say, Allah has spoken the truth. And Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ibrahim, إِنَّهُ كَانَ صِدِّيقًا نَبِيًّا. He was extremely honest. Idris alayhi salam, إِنَّهُ كَانَ صِدِّيقًا نَبِيًّا. Extremely honest. To be siddiq means to be extremely honest with yourself and others. About Ismail alayhi salam, he said, إِنَّهُ كَانَ صَادِقَ الْوَعْدِ. He keeps his promises. He never breaks his promises. Maryam, the mother of Isa alayhi salam, Allah said, he called her وَأُمُّهُ, meaning the mother of Isa, صِدِّيقًا. She is صِدِّيقًا. You cannot be righteous if you are dishonest. And then above all of them is our messenger. We are so fortunate to have him as our messenger, Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. He is known as, among all the people, Muslim and non-Muslim at his time, as-Sadiqul Ameen. The truthful, look, the trustworthy. Not just honest, trustworthy. Honest and trustworthy. And Rasulullah said, and this hadith is very profound, he said, a mu'min, not a Muslim can do many bad things. A Muslim is the one who says, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, and he prays the prayer of the Muslims. That's all it takes to be Muslim. So a Muslim can be Muslim, but he is drinking alcohol, but he is doing haram things. He is still in the category of Muslim, but he is not mu'min. Mu'min, the one who truly believes. Prophet said, so when you read the hadith, pay attention if Rasulullah is saying Muslim or mu'min. Big difference. May Allah make us of the mu'mineen. We are among the Muslimin already. You said La ilaha illallah, you are among the Muslims. You will be in Jannah eventually. Not right away, eventually. You may go to Jahannam first. But may Allah not let us go to Jahannam first. May Allah take us straight to Jannah. And if you are mu'min, you are in Jannah. Automatically, right away. No judgment for you, inshallah. But listen to the hadith now. Prophet said, the mu'min, he may be a coward sometimes. Sometimes, he's not a coward all the time, but sometimes he may get afraid and be a coward. The mu'min, he may be miserly sometimes. Meaning, normally he gives, but sometimes shaitan defeats him and he doesn't give. But look what Rasulullah said. The mu'min, may Allah make you one of them, can never lie. Never. Not even once. See? You can be a coward sometimes, and you can be miserly sometimes. Meaning miserly means cheap. You don't give. But you can never be a liar if you are a mu'min. Therefore, if you lie, you should know on the tongue of Rasulullah that you have hypocrisy in your heart. I am not saying it, but Rasulullah is saying it. Look, he said, the signs of the munafiq, hypocrite, are four. One of them is وَإِذَا وَعَدَ أَخْلَفَ, and when he promises, he breaks his promise. He speaks untruth. Doesn't mean that you are a full hypocrite. Rasulullah said, you have a characteristic of hypocrisy in you. You are not mu'min. Look at this amazing hadith to see how honest the Muslim needs to be. You see, just to say Muslim should be honest does not do justice. The Muslim should be the most honest creature on earth with every Muslim and every non-Muslim. Not just that, even animal. You might say that's surprising. Who gathered the most authentic hadith of Rasulullah? Who was it? Bukhari. One, now you go to the internet and you click and you get all the 10,000 authentic hadith of Rasulullah, and alhamdulillah, may Allah forgive us, we don't even know them. Bukhari, may Allah be pleased with him, he used to travel 3 months to get one hadith of Rasulullah that he already knew, but he did not have the authentic chain. So he needed to link the chain, so he would travel 3 months to find that link. Amazing what he did for our religion. So one day, he said to one of his companions, this is a hadith that I have come upon, but I'm missing a link. Who can link this man with this man, so that I can know that this hadith has been narrated to Rasulullah? They said, go to this man. He is 3 months away by travel. 3 months away. He knows the hadith already. He just wants the link. So he went 3 months to this man. And he sees the man finally 3 months of travel for one hadith. And he sees the man calling his camel like this with his hand. Look, come. And before he even said anything, he said, open your hand, I want to see. If you have nothing in your hand, I will leave you and I will not accept the hadith from you because you are dishonest. If you lie to the camel, then you will lie to me. So the man said, are you crazy? I will not lie to you. This is just an animal. He said, if you lie to the animal, then you will lie to me. I cannot take the hadith from you. This is how authentic the hadith of Bukhari are. Prophet said, إِنَّ الصِّدْقَ لَا يَهْدِي إِلَى الْبِرِّ. Does Rasulullah just speak like this from his own desire? When he says something, is he just saying things that maybe are right, maybe are wrong? What do you think? When Rasulullah speaks, who is the one who told him to speak? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, very good. So when Rasulullah speaks, it is Allah speaking to you. It is not a joke. It is not to be underestimated, his words. So Allah said, إِنَّ الصِّدْقَ لَا يَهْدِي إِلَى الْبِرِّ. The man, the truth leads to all goodness. Everything good. Bir means everything that is good in the world. Truth leads to that. And وَالْبِرَّ لَا يَهْدِي إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ. And bir, all good, leads to where? Jannah. What is the goal? Where are we trying to go, brothers? Where are we trying to go? You and I. Where do we want to go? Jannah. Very good. It seems like this young man is the only one who is awake today, inshallah. Right? Past his bedtime and he is the one who is good, inshallah.
He's being trained for your job.
Alhamdulillah. Good. Inshallah, he will be here soon. Truth leads to all good. Rasulullah is not exaggerating. By the way, Rasulullah used to say, the one who exaggerates is not from my ummah. He is not exaggerating. He is telling you a truth. If you speak the truth, you will be led to all good. And if you are led to all good, you will be in Jannah automatically. And look at the next part of the hadith. وَإِنَّ الْعَبْدِ. Indeed, the servant of Allah, يَتَحَرَّ الصِّدْقَ, continues to excel in speaking the truth. So you see, it's not one level. There's honest people, and then there's the Muslim, the mu'min. يَتَحَرَّ الصِّدْقَ, seeking this truth, trying to find new ways to tell the truth. An artist of truth. The mu'min is the one who never lies and always speaks the truth. Rasulullah said, and the mu'min continues to seek, excel at speaking the truth until Allah writes him down as Siddiq. Once you are written down as Siddiq in the eyes of Allah, then you have reached the highest level. Siddiq, like Abu Bakr Siddiq. Doesn't mean you can reach his level on absolute terms, but relatively speaking. Our religion is so much stressing honesty that Rasulullah told us there are only 3 exceptions when you may lie. So when Rasulullah tells you, you are only allowed to lie 3 times. How honest must you be? By the way, some people just take the hadith and they don't realize the depth of the hadith. Rasulullah is saying, you are only allowed to lie 3 times in life. So how honest is that person? By the way, Rasulullah still called these 3 exceptions, they are lies. They are still lies. So in Islam, there's no such thing as a white lie and a black lie. You hear that, right? It's very common today. White lie. It's just a white lie. It doesn't hurt anybody. Haram. And you hear another phrase, very frequent among the young people. I'm just joking, man. I was just joking. There's no joking like that. You want to know the joking of Rasulullah? By the way, do you think Rasulullah was like hard-hearted individual who never laughed or smiled or joked? What do you think? Or was he very approachable and super nice, the kind of person you would love to hang out with? That's how he was. He used to joke. He used to make jokes, but they were never lies. For example, one day an old lady came to him and said, "Oh Rasulullah, please make dua for me that Allah puts me in Jannah." Nice and easy. Now Rasulullah is going to say a joke to her, but look at his joke. Wallahi, we can learn from his jokes. So he says, no old women will ever enter Jannah. So she starts to cry. So he says, no, I'm just joking. No old women will ever enter Jannah. Is that true or false? It is true, because everyone will enter Jannah will be young. So he said, no, you will be in Jannah, but you will be young, not old. I was just joking. You see the joking of Rasulullah? One day, Rasulullah jumped on the back of his companion. Yes, Rasulullah jumped on his friend's back, joking with him. Yes, he did. Sometimes today we see we see some Muslims and they're so serious and you cannot even approach them. And they're scary. Rasulullah was not like that. He was friendly. He jumped on the back of his companion friend. And you know what he said? Who will buy this slave from me? Is he lying or is there... So he did not know that it was Rasulullah who was on his back. So he started to yell, I am not a slave! I am not a slave! Because in those days slavery existed before Rasulullah eliminated it gradually. So he turned around and said, Oh Rasulullah, it's you. So he said, you are the slave of Allah. You see? Even in joking, he is telling the truth and he will never lie. So what are the 3 exceptions? The only 3 times in your whole life that you may lie. And by the way, those with a sickness in their heart, they love these exceptions and they start to exaggerate them. Because they want to lie. The first exception. In war. We don't need to spend too much time on this one. This is understood. If someone captures you, and the opposing army is trying to get you, and they capture you and they say, tell us where your home base is. Are you supposed to tell the truth? I mean, you're a Muslim, but you're not supposed to expose the secret in the war. This is known. I don't need to spend much time on this, and inshallah, may Allah never put us in war. But, of course, you don't tell the truth in war to your enemy. You hide those secrets. The second exception is to make up between your brother. 2 brothers that are fighting or arguing. So you know that this brother, he very much dislikes this brother. And you know this brother, he dislikes this brother. So you are sitting with him and he's starting to talk about his brother and he says, he dislikes me, he doesn't like me, he's not good to me. So you say to him, no, that's not true. I heard that he likes you very much, but he's just upset with you because you did this and this, and you know, if he's just waiting for you to say sorry, and if you did, he would hug you. Now, did you hear any of this from the other man? No. But you are trying to do something good between the two Muslim brothers or sisters. By the way, some people take this hadith and then they go too far with it. Rasulullah is giving a very narrow window to lie. Two Muslims are fighting, so you stretch the truth to make them love each other again. That's not, you have no more leeway than that. You cannot go beyond this. And the third example, where you are allowed to lie, and for those who came in late, we were talking about the characteristic of honesty. And we said the mu'min never lies. The mu'min can never lie, not even once in his life. Otherwise, he is not mu'min. The third example, and this one the husbands love very much, and they abuse it. Rasulullah said that the husband, look, by the way, I don't mention this so you can go and lie to your wife. You know why I mention it? To show you how much you should not lie. Rasulullah said, and you may lie to your wife to please her. But I will explain this to you and don't get up and leave now, because then you heard that part and then I'm going to go. Because I know some brothers who say, for example, their wife calls them, so where are you? Where are you going? And they are doing something haram, and they are, oh no, I'm at my brother's house. I'm doing this. Rasulullah said I can please my wife, I don't want her to be upset. This is not what he means. Listen to what he means, to show you how honest the mu'min should be. If your wife says, am I the most beautiful woman in the world to you? What is the truth? Yes. No, the truth is no. Let's be honest so we can learn. Okay? The truth is no. There is a more beautiful woman than her. But you can say, you are the most beautiful woman. You can say to me, then you're just being very honest. Because she doesn't want to hear that. She wants to hear more. Or for example, she says, how do I look in this dress? You say amazing. Oh, then you are doing by the hadith of Rasulullah. Okay? Now, in your mind, she's not amazing in that dress. But you say something. This hadith is not teaching you to lie. It's the opposite. The hadith is teaching you, you can never lie. Even this is a lie. Saying you look amazing in that dress when you don't. That is a lie in Islam. However, it is allowed. You see how strict Islam is with lying? So the reason I bring it up is not to lie. Okay, I'll give you an easier one. So how do you like the food today? Right? So you say, MashaAllah, this is the best food I ever had. And you know that your mother makes much better food than you. But this is allowed. Because, why would you want to hurt her feelings? Rasulullah allowed this. For example, it was very common for the Arabs to say, you are more beautiful than the moon. That was a common Arabic phrase. But the moon in Arabic culture is the most beautiful thing on earth, in the world, in the universe. I know you might say, well, we don't think so, but that's not your culture. In their culture, the moon is the most beautiful thing. So when you say someone, you are more beautiful than the moon, you are by default, in Arab culture, lying. But you may say this to your wife, you are the most beautiful creature on earth. You are the most beautiful thing in the world. You're more beautiful than the moon, more beautiful than anything that I know, right? Your food is the best. You look the best. You are the best mother I've ever known. You are the best wife. You may say these things, and the wife may say the same thing to the husband. This does not mean that you can be somewhere or do something and tell and deceive your wife, right? Or spend money from the household and trick her in some way, and you know what I mean. That's not the point of that. So may Allah make us of the most honest, and may Allah make us of the mu'mineen who never lie, and may Allah write us among the siddiqeen, those who have excelled in speaking the truth so much that Allah writes us down as siddiq. Now, somewhat more relevant to what's happening today, the Muslim is so honest, he never breaks a contract. He never breaks a trust. So, a Muslim can never be a terrorist. A mu'min, I mean. You know why? Because terrorism involves treachery. And treachery is strictly forbidden in Islam. Even in war. Look at this. Treachery is forbidden even in war. That's why Allah said, if you must be in battle, do not be treacherous. Meaning, if someone is trusting you, then you are not allowed to betray their trust. A mu'min can never walk into the marketplace and then bomb the market. A mu'min can never enter a school and kill the kids. A mu'min can never board a flight and kill its passengers. A mu'min can never buy a ticket for a train and blow up the train. You know why? Because this is treachery. The people with you, they trust you, and you broke their trust. The Muslim can never be treacherous, and the mu'min can never lie, ever, even if it is against your own self. Why? And this is the last thing I'll end with this. Why can the mu'min never lie? Who is the one that brings you benefit and who is the one that gives you harm? Who? Who? You don't know? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are in Allah's house, so glorify Allah's name. Tabarak asmu. Allah is the one who benefits and Allah is the only one who harms. When you lie, you only lie for two reasons. One, to gain a benefit. Two, to avoid a harm. So if you lie to the people, you fear the people more than you fear Allah. You worship the people. This is why the mu'min can never be a liar. So if you make a mistake and you are in trouble, and someone comes and says, did you do this? And you lie, you fear the punishment of this human, and you do not fear Allah. You are not mu'min. And if you lie to steal the money of someone, then you believe that it is the people who give, and not Allah, but it is Allah who gives, and it is Allah who takes away. Therefore, the mu'min can never lie, not even one time in his life. May Allah make us among those who are true believers. And if you learn the dua of Rasulullah, you have learned the best way to talk to Allah. Because Rasulullah knew Allah better than anyone. Nobody knew Allah better than Rasulullah. So his dua is comprehensive and full of meaning and very deep. Treasures. Wallahi, they are treasures. So Rasulullah taught us a dua, Sayyidul Istighfar. And you all know the hadith, the dua. But let us look at the reward again and remind ourselves to use this treasure. Wallahi, it is worth more than everything in this world. I'm not exaggerating when I say this dua is worth more than the entire world that you are seeking. You are fighting for what, 2,500 square feet in this world? 4,000 square feet if you are wealthy, right? That's what you're searching for. Another, maybe a little bit of pool in the backyard. That's what you want from the world. This dua is worth more than the whole world. Prophet said, there is a dua that is the master of istighfar. You know when you say astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah? The greatest dua in Islam is Alhamdulillah, which is Al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. This hadith of Rasulullah. The greatest dua is Alhamdulillah. But the greatest way to make istighfar, and istighfar, if you ask Allah for forgiveness, this is the greatest dua after the Fatiha. Why? Because if you are granted forgiveness, you will get everything good in this life and everything good in the next life. So, ask Allah for forgiveness always. You may ask Allah for forgiveness in any language, but there is one way to ask, which is the master way. What is that? We all know the dua. Let us remind ourselves. What is the dua? In Arabic first. Allahumma anta rabbi. It's a long dua, but it's worth your memorization. If I told you to memorize a paragraph in English, a poem, and you will have more than this whole world, would you memorize it? How long would it take you? Before the night is over, you would have become expert at it. I am telling you, dua is worth more than 10 earths. 10 times this world. Because the reward for this dua is Jannah. Automatic. If you say this dua in the daytime and you die before Maghrib, you're in Jannah. If you say this dua after Maghrib and you die in your sleep, you are in Jannah. Guaranteed. From Rasulullah. So what is this amazing treasure? That's why I said, this dua is worth more than 10 times this world. Because the lowest level in Jannah is how much? 10 times this world. And this dua gets you that. May Allah not take us from this life without having said this dua. Ameen. You don't like that? You don't want it? Up to you. I say Ameen. I want that. Oh Allah, do not take me without having said this dua. You will die before Maghrib or before Fajr. Right? Is there any other time that you can die? Before Maghrib or before Fajr? You will die during the day or you will die during the night. If you say this dua before you die, you are in Jannah, guaranteed. اللهم أنت ربي لا إله إلا أنت خلقتني وأنا عبدك وأنا على عهدك ووعدك ما استطعت أعوذ بك من شر ما صنعت أبوء لك بنعمتك علي وأبوء بذنبي فاغفر لي فإنه لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت. 9 parts to it. In English now. Now, if you don't remember this dua, because it is long, of course you won't remember it right now. Our memory is not like the companions. You know, the companions could hear a poem for 1 hour and they would memorize the whole poem without hearing it again. That's how strong their minds are. So you might say, they must be superhuman. No, we are the ones who are dumber. You know why? Because we watch TV and we listen to music and we waste our time looking at haram things. They did not sin, very little. So their mind was strong. They hear things one time and they know it their whole life. Subhanallah. Anyway, alhamdulillah, we have Google today. You go there, look up the master of istighfar or the best dua for istighfar and you will find it right there in front of you. Memorize it. Allahumma anta rabbi. Oh Allah, you are my Lord, my Rabb. We don't have time to go into detail, just translation. La ilaha illa ant. No God is worthy of worship but you, only. خلقتني وأنا عبدك. You created me and I am your servant. You're reminding yourself every day, twice a day. وَأَنَا عَلَىٰ عَهْدِكَ وَوَعْدِكَ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُ. And I will maintain the contract that I have with you and my promise to you as much as I can. Many people don't know the contract that they made with Allah when you said La ilaha illallah. What is the contract you made? What is the contract that you made with Allah? What is it? Tell me. You made a contract. What is it? Yes. That, well, let's not flip it. The contract is سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا. I hear and I obey. You created me. I am your servant. I hear and I obey. That's the contract. What's the wa'd, the promise? The promise is, Allah, I will only worship you. No one else. What is Allah's promise back to you? You made a deal with Allah, He made a deal with you. If you keep your deal, you are in Jannah. So every day you remind yourself, this is the deal of Allah. Allah said, you have a right upon me. Your right is, if you say La ilaha illallah, I will put you in Jannah. Whether you like it or not. Who would not like to go to Jannah? Nobody. Why do I say whether or you like it or not? Because we made the deal with Allah. Done? Okay. Let's finish the translation real quick. What's that? أعوذ بك من شر ما صنعت. I seek refuge in the bad that I have done. أبوء لك بنعمتك علي. This is very important. I confess your blessings upon me. I confess them. You are the one who gave me everything, and I cannot make up for the things that you have given me. I confess. We don't confess to the priest. We don't confess to the rabbi. We don't confess to our friends. Confess to Allah. And I confess to you my sins, Allah, all of my sins. So forgive me. Faghfirli, and no one forgives except you. And may Allah forgive all of our sins. And may Allah take us out of Ramadan clean like the day we were born. Ameen. Jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.